This podcast contains adult themes, sexual content, and strong language. If you can't handle that, you should probably leave.
Episode of Bustles and Bangers with your hosts Rachel and Christopher.
Hello.
And today we have our guest Audrey with us. Yay! Say hi.
Hi everybody.
Okay. So anyway, be super comfy. What do you want to start with? Crack open a cold one, whatever you want to do. We start with tequila. That's even if it's an afternoon. This is supposed to be an after dark thing.
We are recording at 9:30 in the morning.
Wow. So we're really kicking our day off serious.
Well, I'm not driving, so it's okay.
So, Audrey, I'm super excited to have you here with us. I know that you haven't gotten to really hear much of the first book we read, and I know that you haven't gotten to hear that we actually kind of read the pretense of this book on one of our other recordings. But this one is by Julie Garwood. It is the first novel of the Clayborne Brides, and this one is called One Pink Rose.
This is a 46-book series. We're going to read all of them.
I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay. So
I think this probably
is it appropriate if should I take the time to reread the what gets us into it, the prologue, if you will?
Yeah, I think you start this as new.
Okay. All right. So here's the prologue, just to kind of buckle your seatbelt into this long-winded ride. Long ago, there lived a remarkable family. They were the Claybornes, and they were held together by bonds far stronger than blood. They met when they were boys living on the streets in New York City. It was runaway slave Adam.
Make them a remarkable family.
And where is he? Wasn't slavery abolished by 1880 and he's in New York?
I hadn't even said it was 1880 yet. How'd you know?
Because I know my history.
Because we had to go back and redo this. Okay, so it's runaway slave Adam, pickpocket Douglas, gunslinger Cole, and conman Travis survived by protecting one another from the older gangs roaming the city. When they found an abandoned baby girl in their alley, they vowed to make a better...
dumpster baby?
Dumpster baby. They vowed to make a better life for her and headed west.
Maybe she's a cat.
4 brothers and a Oh, yeah. 4 brothers and a dumpster baby.
Yeah. They eventually settled on a piece of land they named Rose Hill, deep in the heart of Montana Territory. The only guidance they received as they were growing up came from the letters of Adam's mother, Rose. Rose learned about her son's companions from their heartfelt letters to her, for they confided their fears, their hopes, and their dreams, and in return, she gave them what they had never had before, a mother's unconditional love and acceptance.
So runaway slave Adam's mom is all of the boys' pen pal? Now, hold on. So he's a runaway slave. Where did he run from, and where's his mom?
Yeah, I know. There are questions.
Did he leave his mom?
I don't know.
Were they all just writing letters to her to be like, hey, your son's okay, but now we want to be friends? Which one of his friends was like, hey, you want a bone?
In time, each came to know her as his own Mama Rose. After 20 long years, Rose joined them. Her sons and daughter were finally content. Her arrival was indeed a cause for both celebration and consternation. Her daughter was married to a fine man and expecting her first child, and her sons had grown to be honorable, strong men, each successful in his own right. But Mama Rose wasn't quite satisfied just yet. They had become too settled in their bachelor ways to suit her. Since she believed God helped those who helped themselves, there was only one thing left for her to do. She was going to meddle.
Oh, yeah. Because, that's what God would want her to do.
Yeah. It's been ordered.
Amen.
My runaway son, his gunslinging friend, his pickpocket older brother.
This little gang, this little country gang.
Yeah, I just imagine them hanging out on the playground, bouncing rubber balls, like staring at each other. What are we going to do today?
Excuse me.
Stupid.
You got me. Okay, so we have Mama Rose, Travis, Douglas, Adam, Cole, and the baby is also named Rose, and now she's an adult married with a child. Her husband's name is Harrison. Okay.
Okay, so that's where we are now.
Yes. Now, technically, that didn't tell us about her husband, but it said he's a great guy, and so I just figured I'd tell you it's Harrison. All right, so Chapter 1, we are at Rose Hill Ranch, Montana Valley, 1880. Now you can know. Now you can know about it. Yeah. So Travis Clayborne, the con man Travis, was thinking hard about killing a man. The youngest brother had only just returned home from the southern tip of the territory and planned to stay one night before he resumed his hunt. Thus far, his prey had managed to stay a step ahead of him. He had thought he had him good and trapped near the gorge, but then the elusive devil had vanished into thin air. Travis grudgingly admitted he would have to tip his hat to this stranger who'd outwitted him. Yes.
I have my hand raised. Okay. You said this was happening in Montana?
In Montana Valley.
What is the southern tip of Montana?
I don't know.
It's a square.
Oh my God, we don't have our
we would have to look at
person.
Historian type of map.
We need to Google it.
Montana looked different.
We need to duck go it.
I think these old romance novel writers are, I don't know, like way in their head with some of this stuff.
They write from their imagination.
Yeah, that's for real, dude. Have you ever actually kissed a boy? What's her name?
Julie Garwood.
Julie Garwood. You ever actually seen a penis?
This is all an imagination of what that might be like. These are her. This is her
if
diary.
I did, I imagine it'd be a runaway slave's penis from the 1800s. All right.
Everybody wants one. That's terrible. I retract that.
Get after it, girl.
Okay, all right. So,
but seriously, runaway slave Adam. That is my character for the rest of it.
Okay, all right.
Whatever happens to him happens to me.
And quits it.
Hops
the next train.
Yeah, that's what it really is.
Well, we're tied together for this journey by bonds stronger than brotherhood.
All right, we're in it together.
That's right.
I think you need to pull your mic up.
Oh, why not?
Yep.
Is this better?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so he'd taken the notion of doing in the culprit right away. The enemy's name was Daniel Ryan. All right, so now we have another character, Daniel Ryan. Add that to the freaking list, all right? And I'm not even done yet. Let's just skip on, all right? So Harrison, their brother-in-law, had joined them, the brothers. They're all hanging out talking about what Travis is wanting to do, kill this Daniel Ryan guy.
Right.
Because he had dared to take advantage of a sweet, innocent, genteel old lady with a heart of gold. Travis's own Mama Rose, to be exact. And in Travis's heart and mind, killing him was almost too good for him.
He caught him sucking on Mama Rose's toes.
Rose toes.
Rose toes.
All right. Harrison, their brother-in-law, joined him. A moment after Rose went upstairs. Not Mama Rose.
Okay.
Oh, Baby Rose.
Dumpster Baby Rose.
Dumpster Baby Rose.
So he thought the brothers looked content and was about to tell them so when Travis declared his intentions. Okay, so keep in mind, I think Harrison is an attorney by trade. And so he is against Travis trying to go kill this man.
Right.
All right.
Because he's a con man, and this whole thing is
he's
going to be a cat and mouse game between the two of them because one of them's married to the sister and he can't arrest him, but he wants to.
They've turned from being con men and runaways
to
honorable men. He's
people.
gone back to the.
Well, that was
the plantation.
Quite a change in 3 pages.
Yeah. Okay. They're honorable men now. Well, it said they grew up. So Harrison's an attorney by trade. He's their little sister's husband. He was a decent man. He was from Scotland, and in their minds, he's naive about the laws in the wilderness. So I don't know what your assumption is, like, because Scotland doesn't have trees, like
wild animals.
There's lots of gorges and like drop-offs and stuff. I would be worried about that. And then the scary seas and the oceans. I think they're being hateful. So let's see. Harrison reminded Travis that he had a duty as a future attorney to behave with honor.
Travis is going to be an attorney?
Yeah.
Oh, went from con man to lawman.
Yes. He also suggested Travis reread Plato's Republic.
Oh, one of my favorite movies.
So Travis wouldn't be deterred from what he proclaimed was a sacred mission. He leaned forward to
kill Daniel for fucking his mom.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pretty sacred mission if there ever was one.
He leaned forward to look at Harrison when he gave his argument. A son's first duty is to his mother, he declared. Amen. Douglas muttered. It's clear to all of us that Mama Rose was duped, Travis continued. He asked to see the gold case and the compass, didn't he? I wish she hadn't told him about it, Adam interjected.
Oh,
there's Adam.
There he is.
And so anyway, they keep going back and forth about apparently Daniel Ryan asked Mama Rose about a gold case and a compass. Okay. And I guess they're assuming, well, I know they're assuming that he stole them. Okay.
Okay.
That's as far as we know right now.
Case and a compass.
Anyway, apparently Mama Rose just like thinks super highly of this Daniel Ryan guy. I really don't know why. Let's see. Also, apparently the compass and a bunch of other stuff was gifts to the brothers. So I think that's truly why they're pissed, because it was their stuff that was stolen. So
there's a compass and a case and 4 of them.
Well, hang on, because there's a whole list and I'll find it in just a minute. But so let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Harrison is trying to tell them not to kill him. They're all arguing about why Travis should kill him or shouldn't kill him. Okay, so he probably would have stolen my pocket watch, Douglas said. I'll bet he would have taken my map, too, Adam interjected. And my leather-bound books, Travis added. The thief's from Texas, all right, Adam said. He had a peculiar drawl in his speech. That's right, Douglas remembered. She thought it was, what'd she call it, Travis? Charming, he replied with a frown.
Oh, yeah. So the pickpocket Douglas is crying that he got robbed?
Right. Right.
Get your little bitch ass out of here, Douglas.
Anyway, I was giving them the wrong accent. I kept trying to make them from Texas because I forgot. They're out west, but they're not Texan. The thief is Texan. So they're in our territory.
So that's you then for the rest of the book. That's going to be your character.
I'm the Daniel Ryan.
You're Daniel Ryan.
I'm Daniel Ryan.
All
right.
You've already plucked Big Rose.
Yes.
Now we got to see what happens.
Yes. She was a MILF in like old women's clothing.
Yeah. So she gave birth to Adam, the runaway slave.
Right. Yeah. So maybe she ran away too, man.
Oh, this sounds biblical.
It continues to be. They're for her to think she's meddling on God's part, like, let me go get my boys laid. Like, this is weird.
No, we're getting them married.
Well,
there's 2 different things.
Yeah. It sounded different to me at the beginning. But you know this book is about getting them laid. You know it is. One Pink Rose. This is at that section of the bookstore. The section. The naughty section of the bookstore. Okay.
I went to a restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona that was called Pink Taco.
Oh my God.
They didn't show any pink tacos.
Oh, okay.
None.
None.
I'm disappointed.
So you know that title could
be misleading.
You know, one pink rose, one pink taco.
One pink.
Yeah, because the last one was a 2-time
I
man.
had one pink dildo.
It was just fucking irregular Abby being a fucking slob.
Yeah.
The whole book of her just being a worthless piece of shit.
Well, so speaking of a female character and how much they talked shit about Abby, so in our last book, there was a character named Abby, and they said she was beautiful, but very irregularly beautiful. It was weird.
I hated her.
So here's where this...
Hated her.
Yeah, so this part's for you. Hang tight. All right, so... Mary Rose needs to be with her mother during confinement. I'm not about to go from town to town with Judge Burns and leave her alone in Bluebell. This is Harrison talking. And by the way, the next time you tell her she waddles like a duck, I'm going to punch you. Got that? She's a little emotional right now and doesn't need to be told she's as big as a... She's as big as a... And it goes blank. And
oh, man.
Cole wouldn't let him finish. All right, we'll stop teasing her.
Smacked him in the mouth with one of his guns. Who was he talking about?
They're talking about their sister.
Holy shit, he said his sister's walking like a duck. What'd Harrison do to her?
She's pregnant.
Oh.
She's pregnant. That's why she's in confinement?
Harrison's got a hog, huh?
Yeah. Well, he's a well-off man. He's a lawyer. Hey, ask for help.
Do you need help?
We're trying to get this box of snacks open. We're an independent woman. INDEP.
Right there.
It's connected.
All right. So anyway, the boys, make fun of their sister or whatever. She's pregnant. She's waddling around. Harrison then asks Travis, how was it decided you would be the one to go after Daniel Ryan? If the Texan really did steal your brother's compass, and I'm only willing to concede that possibility exists,
how are you going to find him?
Then shouldn't Cole be the one to go after him? The compass was meant for him. Cole can't go anywhere just yet. Oh, I keep doing that. I can't do a New York accent. Cole can't go anywhere just yet. He was to lay low until old Seamus Harrington calms down. Anyway, so apparently Adam, runaway slave Adam, and Cole. God darn it. This is why there's too many people involved.
There's a lot of characters.
So Cole and Seamus got
Cole
into it.
and Seamus, thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, I'm tracking.
Cole and Seamus got into it. Whoever the hell Seamus is. Oh, we opened this already.
Oh, no, that's the meat sticks. I didn't touch that.
Why? I want a cracker with the meat and the cheese. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so Cole says he won, and he almost killed Seamus. Shot him, but he didn't kill him. All right. They're talking about the shootout, that they were just looking for trouble. There's other people involved, Seamus's kids and shit.
Damn, he shot Seamus and his kids? And Cole thinks
there's so many people involved. It's insane. I hate this. Okay, so here's the plan. Are y'all ready for Travis's plan? Thank you. Hold on.
Want one, Chris?
No, I'm okay. Thank you. I'm going to drink this little cup of tequila here in a second.
I didn't know we were ready.
This is like a big kid's Lunchable.
Yeah, I think it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of crackers in there.
Well, it was pricey.
Well, you got it at a gas station, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell
It's
yeah.
pretty nice for a gas station. All right. All right, so the plan is I'm going to take my papers to Wellington and Smith so everything will be in order when I begin my apprenticeship with their law firm in September, Travis says. And since Hammond's just a jump away from Pritchard, I'll take care of that business Mama Rose stuck me with, then swing on over to Rivers Bend, shoot Ryan, pick up the birthday present back in Hammond, and come back here in time for the celebration.
Be back by Tuesday.
This is his genius plan. All right. So Cole then reminded Harrison, you owe us $10 for Mama Rose's birthday present. They're getting her a fancy sewing machine, and there's like 2 paragraphs about this sewing machine, so I'm moving on. So stupid.
Was it from Sears?
Yes. Sears. All right, so Travis says he's got it all figured out. It should only take a day of hard riding to deliver this Emily Finnegan woman to her groom in Golden Crest, and if it's dry enough, I can cut through the gully and be in Rivers Bend the following afternoon. Harrison asks, who is Emily Finnegan?
I want to know who Emily Finnegan is.
I wondered if y'all were also going to ask who is she.
She sounds...
It's Mama Rose's comp.
Oh, okay, got it. Yep. So, well, she's following along. You're hanging back.
Mama Rose's who?
Competition.
Oh, okay.
So
Daniel's trying to get them both, huh?
No, this is Travis. Travis has got to go pick up. Okay, Travis, who wants to kill Daniel, has got to go pick up an Emily Finnegan.
So is Emily... Okay, so Emily's going to be Daniel's mom, and Travis is going to try and get with her.
This is so confusing already. Like, if you're still hanging on, thank you. So Travis says, she's the favor I'm doing for Mama Rose. She's the favor I'm doing for Mama Rose.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Mama Rose had supper with the Cohens last week, and they happened to tell her about a woman who was stuck in Pritchard. Her escort up and died on her, and she's been trying to get someone to take her to Golden Crest, but she hasn't had any success. Why doesn't the man she's going to marry ride down to Pritchard and get her? I asked Mama Rose that very question. She told me it wouldn't be proper. The preacher's waiting in Golden Crest, and it's up to Miss Emily Finnegan to get there on her own. Mama Rose offered my services.
What a feller she's marrying. It's her responsibility to get the hell up here for this wedding.
Isn't that insane?
I'm sitting up here with the preacher man just waiting. Where the hell are you?
I know.
Oh, I'm going to have this big Texan guy named Daniel been sucking on toes down here.
Oh, my God.
He's going to drive me up. Is that cool, babe?
Dry.
Yeah, no problem.
If it's dry enough, I can make it.
It was dry enough.
So let's see. Somebody asked that very question, why can't he do it? Or why can't someone from Pritchard escort her? Someone says it's a good sized town. Surely they can find someone willing, like a couple willing to take her. People are apparently superstitious of her because she's had several escorts up and die while escorting her.
Interesting.
So they think that she is like cursed or whatever. Okay.
Maybe she's just killing them.
She's a Black Widow.
Oh my God, basically, right. So someone said okay, let's see. Who?
What's a Black Widow?
Harrison.
I know it's a spider, but you're using it as reference to something else.
Well, like when you have a lot of husbands die and people might suspect you of.
Did you almost say and eat them?
She did.
How else do you get rid of the body? They up and left me.
I don't know.
So,
I think y'all might have slipped something in and I wasn't supposed to hear it.
No. This is the first time I've had 2 ladies on the show, though. You're outnumbered.
This is, yeah, it's the first time.
So
we could get 3 ladies in here.
Wow. All right. So they think that he's superstitious. Travis, do you think you'll have trouble with Miss Emily? No, he answered. I'm not superstitious, and I don't believe half of what they're saying about her either. How bad can she be?
She's a witchy woman.
Witcher. All right. So he goes to find this Emily chick at the train station, right? He went up and tapped her lightly on the shoulder to get her attention so he could tip his hat to her and introduce himself. That's when she shot at him. It happened so fast, he barely had enough time to get out of the way. The little derringer she had concealed under her gloves went off when she whirled around. The bullet would have gotten him smack in the middle if he hadn't spotted the gleaming barrel and leapt to the side in the nick of time. So we jumped into some action pretty quick. Sorry, y'all.
She's a little jumpy. I told you she's killing all of them.
It was dry, and then I just spat it on it. Figured that would.
I think maybe she needs to calm down a little bit. If you're trying to hide, if you're trying to lay low,
we don't know if
shooting a weapon every time somebody like taps you on the shoulder is probably not.
He has that same argument.
But it's 1880.
Yeah, like everybody has a gun, right?
Yeah, I guess it's not illegal to kill people back then. You just shoot them wherever you want.
Nobody's going to question her.
There's no cameras.
No
iPhones.
They're at a train station. It's loud. Nobody noticed. It went, whir, whir, and it was like,
like I seen you shoot that fella. And like, nah, that wasn't me.
And then they were like, another one bites the dust.
Yes, because that song was out back then.
That song's eternal.
That song was created in the 1880s.
I don't appreciate that. I think that you should watch your mouth because that song is eternal.
I didn't say
Jesus
it wasn't.
listened to that song.
I didn't say it wasn't.
He blessed it. This mighty
He was
hand.
the one that wrote it. He had the Clayborne Brides in mind. Well, what if he was just the reincarnation?
Freddie Mercury's here to save us.
Unhand me, you miscreant. Miscreant? What in thunder's a miscreant? So see, so he says, what in thunder? And you're telling me you're not Western or Southern? That you came from New York and you said, what in thunder? What in thunder? All right, well, let's take a shot.
Where's miscreant on here?
Oh.
Yeah, it's right
here. Right here.
Okay.
Another one bites your butt. All right, so granted, she didn't know what a miscreant was, but she did know that her sister Barbara used the word whenever she wanted to discourage an overzealous admirer, and had always been very effective. What worked for her convincing sister was going to start working for her. Emily had made that vow on the train from Boston. Cheers.
Cheers.
To Boston.
To Boston. And a lack of creativity on her part.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta drink this like it's by itself. I couldn't even do the whole thing. That was.
I wish we could smoke in here.
Yes, please.
I know. Hey, keep your mic up by your face. You're talking down.
I wish we could smoke in here.
You're supposed to kiss it. Mouth, give it mouth to mouth.
Oh. Why, hello.
Mouth to mouth, mouth. All right. So here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Travis has picked up Emily.
Are we still in chapter 1?
This is chapter 2.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we crossed over.
Sorry. I wasn't really like figuring I needed to keep saying, all right, we're in this chapter. But I guess
I think you should. I think you have to. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for patience. I'm still learning our strategy. So we are in chapter 2. He has gone to pick up Emily. He's got to do this business before he can do the other business.
He's going to take Emily down here and then go kill Daniel.
Take
then come back and propose to his mom.
Get a birthday present for his mom.
Oh, a birthday present. Which is probably going to be Daniel's severed head, right?
Yes, yeah. But
remember that dude who's sucking on your toes? I got his whole head.
She's not going to be happy about that.
I don't know. You put her foot in that mouth all the time now.
Okay, so now the rest of this is Travis and Emily. Luckily, the rest of the characters are out of the picture for a while. Well, no. Sorry.
Damn.
Sorry. No, we're just introing. This is just intro. Very soft, very slow, very dry.
Information for an intro.
So exhausted. I know.
So she's already fired a gun at this man.
She fired off a gun, and she's like, "You're Mr. Clayborne. You can't be." She stammered
You're
out.
mighty rapey, coming up behind me, touching me.
You aren't an old man.
Oh.
He said, "I'm not young either.
Oh.
I'm Travis Clayborne." He added, but because his knee was still throbbing from being kicked by the bit of fluff.
His knee was throbbing? Which knee?
She kicked his knee. His high knee.
His weenie. I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to poke you with my boner. I guess that does deserve a fucking gunshot, huh?
How could she have even felt the boner through the bustles she must have been wearing?
Felt you pushing up against my butt when you slid by?
Bustle. All right,
Poke me in the hinder hole with your dingus.
Chased her.
Waved it around. Helicopter. What do they call it before the helicopters were invented?
I don't know.
The wagon wheel?
Yeah. Hell yeah, the tumbleweed.
Saddle up.
Yeehaw. Save a horse. So he was like, "Give me your gun." She didn't argue. She simply placed the weapon in the palm of his hand and frowned up at him. She didn't apologize.
She shot him with another gun. I got 6 more. And she runs off.
All right. He noticed that slight right away. "I swear I'm going to be limping for a week. What have you got in your shoes? Iron?" Her smile was dazzling, and heaven help him for noticing. She had a cute little dimple in her right cheek. If she hadn't already decided...
Which cheek?
Her right cheek.
But where?
Well, I guess, I know, yeah, like where's the dimple? Is it like up here? Why is it up here? That's awkward placement. She got shot with a BB gun.
It's not a dimple, it's a wound.
So, she was downright lovely. He had to remind himself the crazy woman had just tried to kill him. So, all right, I'm skipping ahead. I'm so sick of this.
He had to think that because his PP was thinking something else.
His PP.
We're censored. We're censored.
Yeah. Travis's version of in Audrey's head, he has a little dick.
The poke was very unimpressive. It was
why are you grinding on? Yeah,
That's shot him. She
Get
shot
off
him.
Me, you fucking little weasel.
Ew.
Touching me with your flesh maggot. I ain't got time for this.
All right, so Emily now thinks that she needs to manipulate Travis for whatever reason to get whatever she wants.
Of course, because he's a horny boy.
She wasn't just going to try to flirt. She was also going to be coy. She drew a quick breath to keep herself from groaning, then batted her eyelashes up at him in imitation of her sister's tactics. Barbara had always looked very coy. Emily was pretty certain she looked like an idiot. God only knew she felt like one. She realized her practical, down-to-earth nature was trying to reassert itself and immediately tried to squelch it.
Practical, down-to-earth nature. She just turned around and shot at somebody for poking her on the back with his little dick.
It goes back and forth. It goes.
I'm having flashbacks.
Oh my God.
Are they going to start eating fucking crumpets?
I feel so gaslit right now.
I know.
Yeah. You should.
He knew she was trying to manipulate him now and decided to have a bit of sport with her. "Maybe you ought to see Doc Morgenstern before you go anywhere, ma'am."
That sounds made up. You should go see Dr. Morgenstern.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. He does all my STD screenings. They're real.
I thought you were gonna say they're free. Like he just wants to touch. He just wants to touch my pee-pee.
They're these negatives are real.
All right, so anyway, it comes out. It's obvious that she was flirting. He now knows it. She now knows it, and he says something about her. The twitching stopped.
twitching.
I wasn't twitching. There isn't anything wrong with my eyes. Thank you very much. I was simply practicing my technique on you. That's all.
Oh, damn. So it's this little game I play when I meet strangers.
It's called twerking.
When I'm trying to get with a new man, I like to shoot at them and then flash my one dimple. I learned it.
Ching, ching, ching.
All right, so shall we go and collect Mrs. Clayborne and be on our way? I do hope she's more pleasant than you are, sir. Please stop gawking at me. I want to reach my destination before dark. There isn't any Mrs. Clayborne. Oh, that won't do. He leaned close to her. Will you please say something that makes sense? She took a step away from him. This man was entirely too good-looking for her sensibilities. Oh, he had the most wonderful green eyes. She'd noticed the color when he was growling at her with obvious irritation, asking her such rude questions.
Growling.
She noticed what a masculine, fit fellow he was, too.
She wants to rip his shirt off.
Travis Clayborne was tall, on the thin side, but with muscles galore on his shoulders and arms. She didn't dare look any lower.
He only works out his glamour muscles.
She didn't dare look any lower, or he'd get the notion she was going to try to kick him again. But she was certain his legs were just as well endowed.
All three of them.
His legs, well endowed.
Well endowed legs.
But he's on the skinny side.
Well,
it's a thin, long thing.
It's that third leg in the middle of the pants.
Tripod.
She thought was well.
No girth.
Yeah.
No
Tripod.
girth.
Well endowed legs.
There's got to be girth.
I'm
girth.
opposed.
This dude right here has no girth.
Like he's all
It's
butt.
like a pencil dick.
It's all length.
That's
no
not
girth.
always terrible, but you know, I don't know.
Sure.
I guess so. I don't know.
I'm trying to be nice to all the guys out there.
Yeah, I don't know. All length, no
all
girth.
All shapes
this
and
guy.
sizes are loved and respected. It's the motion of the ocean.
Yes.
Find the spot. Are we
It's
taking
the truth,
a shot?
though.
Is that why you report it?
What?
Yeah.
Are we taking a shot? Is that why you report it?
Oh, I've been having it loaded this whole time. I burped. So,
so we're waiting.
No, that's fine. We can do it.
All right, there's an
the hiccups
LOL
now.
moment. LOL. All right, ready? I'm gonna lol. So, at one point, the question is asked, who cares what people think? You don't know anyone here, do you? No, but I will get to know them once I'm married to Mr. O'Toole.
O'Toole.
Yes. So she is being promised to a Mr. O'Toole. If Golden Crest is just a day's ride away, I'll probably be doing some of my shopping here. Surely you can understand my reservations, sir. I must keep up appearances. Mm-hmm. So she's trying to act all proper, but see, this fades later on, and it's very confusing to me. She's very back and forth. And this is the most annoying part. Okay, so what's the word for a type of woman who, like, isn't very interesting but wants you to be interested in the shit she's saying, and she's just going to keep being like, don't you want to know who Randolph Smythe is? No, I don't want to know. She told him anyway. He's the man I was supposed to marry. Like, you know, like you're not asking, but she's like, don't you want to know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know. That's pushy, right? Just pushy.
It's arrogant.
Yeah, she's a snot. All right, so she went and pricked his interest with that statement. Whatever. All right, so now he's hooked. All right, so
now he's like, what can I do to make this girl shut up?
Yeah,
I guess
he's not hooked. He's just hanging in there to get it.
Yeah,
that's what I guess maybe I'll just listen to her for a little bit.
And keep this in mind. This is not like a 5-hour car ride to get her. This is like a wagon horse ride, you know, for days. He's going to be stuck. This is the first meeting. This is right out the gate. All right. So she tells him, I waited at the altar for him. He didn't show up. And she's like, don't you want to know why he didn't show up at the church?
Because she shot him the night before when he passed by her.
He literally, Travis says you shot at him, didn't you?
Oh, damn. All right,
Chris
Travis.
has been pretty good calling these lately. So, there was a wedding, all right. Did I mention my sister didn't show up to the church either, Mr. Clayborne?
Uh-oh, they fucked each other?
They are now legally married.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're now legally married. So this is the drama this chick is coming with on the first fucking day.
I just want to let you know that I'm going to shoot at you, and then I'm going to tell you about how my sister fucked my ex-fiance. And then I need you to drive me down here.
Wait, and then
it's all justified.
Yeah, and she says, don't you dare feel sorry for me, Mr. Clayborne. Anyway,
he's rubbing on his. I was gonna say pud again, but I hate that. Man, that dude's after it right now. Damn, I'm spending the night with this girl in a wagon.
So she tells Travis it was a very long trip. So he asks her what happened to the first couple. You know, what's been happening, and she's like, the Johnsons. He's like, okay, the Johnsons. They became ill on the train, and I believe it was something they ate that made them sick. Quite a few of the other passengers became ill too. And then he's like, what happened to the second couple? She's like, do you mean the Porters? He's like, okay, the Porters. This is starting to sound like a stupid back and forth comedy, like who's on first base? So they also became ill. The fish, you see, they ate the fish too. I had warned them. She warned them. All right, so everybody's getting sick. All right, so he's like, did the third couple eat fish too? She says no, but it was still quite tragic. He asked. Yes, tragic, she agreed. Have you heard what happened to Mr. Haynes then? No, I was just guessing. He got shot. So somebody else she was around got shot too. So he and another man were playing cards, and suddenly one of them, I can't remember which one it was, accused the other one of cheating. A fight ensued and Mr. Haynes was shot. All right, so this is the drama. This is her baggage. Here she's bringing it. Here we are. Travis says, wait here while I get the horses. And by the way, Emily, you're the only one taking 2 satchels. Oh, you're only taking 2 satchels up the mountain. O'Toole will have to come and fetch the others. You can leave them in the hotel now. Olson will make sure no one steals them. I'll do no such thing, she shouted so he could hear her. The rude man was already halfway down the street. I'm taking every one of my bags, thank you very much. So she's a snot, you know? She wasn't the alley cat in the family. Barbara was. Emily was the reliable and practical one, like an old but comfortable pair of shoes, she thought. No, she had always been reliable and practical in the past. She wasn't anymore.
I think she's out of her mind.
She referred to herself as old but comfortable shoes.
Yep.
What?
She likes to get walked all over.
The beginning of this book. I'm dry as a desert. They are definitely in the West. This is insane. Tumbleweeds everywhere. So, Travis, I should warn you, I'm not at all reliable. I didn't think you were, he called out. You don't have any sense either.
You missed a point blank shot at my chest, lady.
I was right behind you. You don't think I have any sense? Honest to God, she seemed thrilled by his assessment of her. Didn't the woman realize she was being given an insult? No, not an insult, he qualified. Just the blunt truth. Emily, yes. Does O'Toole know he's going to marry a crazy woman?
Yes.
Okay. So now we got to figure out why is she now jumping from this one husband to another husband?
But he's not going to marry her because this is the same little setup, everything. She's going to end up getting with this guy. And we're never going to hear Mr. O'Toole again. Remember Barton Buchanan? Him and Mr. O'Toole should get together and go camping.
There goes Bill.
We'll never see him again.
So, here we learn Emily was holding a grudge. Her glares and her stony silence were vastly amusing, but Travis didn't dare laugh or even crack a smile. She'd know then he thought her behavior was humorous, and he'd never hear the end of it. She didn't speak to him again until they stopped in mid-afternoon to rest their horses. At least that was the excuse he'd given her. She seemed to believe the lie, too. He really called a halt so that she could rest her way hold on.
Rest her what?
He really called a halt so that she could rest her backside.
Oh, he had been wearing that ass out, huh?
That's right.
It's like, I'm going to take you back to Mr. O'Toole, but you may be a virgin, but you're not going to be a butt virgin.
Oh my God. She wasn't much of a horsewoman, and the way her bottom
Holy shit.
Lies.
and the way her bottom kept slamming against her saddle added to the pained look on her face, told him she was taking quite a beating.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Travis just wore that ass out,
see,
dude. He
that's
strapped
what
a
happened on the trail.
saddle underneath her and pulled it out. Oh my god!
God, I couldn't imagine getting plowed and then having to get back on the horse. Like, that's uncomfortable. Have you ridden a bike lately? Just lately.
Travis,
Not even after getting
Travis
plowed.
like, you're driving. I'm gonna take a nap.
It's very uncomfortable. You're driving.
I knew he wasn't a gentleman.
There's no
He's
such
just
thing.
made her ride.
There's no such
He's
thing.
dragging her in the back.
Every gentleman action is really just to fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God. It is not. Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand by that statement.
Fine. We've been watching a lot of Sunny in Philadelphia, so some of that's stemming from their
I don't think
statements.
so. That's 34 years of
They
observation.
backed up your reasoning on an episode the other night, the dentist
Oh yeah, the dentist
theory or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
The dentist whatever. It was terrible. It was
It's
terrible.
funny as fuck, dude.
All right, look that episode up. So, let's see. Blah blah blah. Okay, so she's complaining that ladies in
Wait.
this
What chapter are we on?
3. This is the last chapter.
Of the book?
No.
Finally. I'm glad this is gonna be quick. Hell yeah.
Of the episode.
Oh.
The episode. This is the last chapter of the episode. So the poor woman could barely stand up straight when she finally managed to get down to the ground.
Damn, what's she getting down there for?
Damn,
to be on her
bitch.
knees.
Put my back that.
Chicken
No,
head.
She's gonna
Mama,
ask
show
him
me
out?
how you do it.
Eh.
Better yet, put your back
neck
into it.
Mm.
Got her,
Shake your thing like there ain't none to it.
got her
gonna
bags
be
blown
our
out and got on her
DJ,
knees.
resident DJ off the tree.
50
Travis
Cent in the
Travis
house.
is having a hell of a night.
Christopher's a huge fan.
Of what?
50 Cent. 50 Cent.
Oh yeah.
He's so gangster.
I was talking when he's talking about those little people trying to kill him all the time. It's like mini men. Yeah, dude. There's
Not
a ton of
many, it's many.
No,
Oh my!
I like my
men.
I like my version better.
Many men.
Yeah, but like a lot of them, not a
many men. There's
Yeah.
a lot of
okay.
no, just like
Miniature
a
men.
little bit, like little ones,
Many
like
Mini
miniature.
man.
Many-
many of the miniature.
There's
miniature men
many,
are after
many
him.
mans. Many men's. That's
Can
very
you just sit
difficult.
there just picturing 50 Cent just slaying a bunch of midgets, dude? Like they're trying to get him,
No,
but
that
he's
should
not having it.
be. We should make. What was that character you asked if was a slave? That should be 50
Adam.
Cent.
Oh, Runaway Slave Adam?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely like 50
He's so
Cent.
gangster. He's
Okay.
been shot at 9 times, survived them all.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
Is he missing a tooth?
He's
don't
going
know
to be
yet.
running for office.
Adam, they're all
in
out
this
of the
book, I
picture
think.
now. We had this huge buildup of characters at the beginning of this book, and now everybody's gone, and it's just
Yeah,
Travis
I thought
and
this
Emily.
was going to be an outlaw book. Now it's just Travis butt fucking this girl on a saddle.
her horse.
Everybody's just confused of what's actually going on here.
I don't think Emily's going to
Oh.
be a very good wife to this dude. I don't think so.
She's a bobber.
She's a runaway wife.
Yeah.
She's a bobber. She just wants to bob on that.
Runaway bride.
yeah.
Stupid
She just
movie.
wanted some D.
That was a dumb movie.
What movie?
She wants to tie
Runaway
it with the
Bride.
T-bone.
Never seen it.
Ugh, good. You're lucky. Okay, so Emily is now complaining that ladies in the South ride side saddle. He could feel a headache coming
What
on.
the hell is side saddle?
When you sit,
What's
you're a
side-
lady. You're sitting on the horse sideways. You're sitting on the horse sideways. Both your legs are on the other side. You're not humping the horse. You're
There, you see,
sitting.
there's a lot of things
It's
that
a
can have like
Santa
a
sit.
sexual.
You sit on
reference.
Santa's side saddle. You sit on Santa's side saddle.
No.
You side saddle Santa.
You don't.
You
Yes,
side
you
saddle
do.
Santa.
Not normally.
You full mount
You should
Santa.
have.
Santa, I want a pony.
I'm a good girl.
Two legs, one leg over each side on Santa. Hell yeah. Face to face.
I can't wait to go to the mall this year.
Arms around the neck.
I need someone to take a picture. This is to promote Bustles and Bangers. I'm not gonna side saddle Santa. I'm gonna full mount Santa.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. In the name of Travis Clayborne and Emily Finnegan. The Clayborne Bride.
What? Excuse me?
Let's try that again.
The Clayborne what?
The Clayborne Brides ride. I don't know what I was saying.
You're gonna get that man divorced.
Santa. Oh, Mrs. Claus is used to it by now. All right. Happy holidays, everybody. No, we're not done yet. Hold on. All right. What does that have to do with the price of pickles? Southern. Oh, wait. Sorry. He could feel a headache coming on. But you're not from the South, are you? You're from Boston. What does that have to do with the price of pickles? Southern ladies are more refined. Everyone knows that, which is precisely why I've decided to be Southern.
Decided.
Get out of here, bitch.
Hell yeah.
You can't just come claim what we've got. Wait, that's how all of USA was done.
Trans-Southern.
Trans-Southern. Hell yeah. This book is very liberal. I like it. It's very open.
He could feel a throbbing behind his
shit
temples.
again.
Behind his temples.
Oh.
Temples.
Is that what we call it nowadays?
That's the Southern way.
It is.
You can't decide to be Southern. But of course I can. I can be anything I want to be.
That's right. Trans-Southern.
So why Southern, he asked in spite of his better judgment. The little drawl in the lady's speech is considered very feminine and musical. I've done a complete study of it, and I assure you I know what I'm talking about. I believe I've perfected the drawl, too. Would you like to hear me say, no, I would not, Emily. Not all Southern ladies ride side saddle. The glare she gave him made him sorry he'd brought up the subject of saddles again. Most Southern women do. So anyway, she keeps going on. This is so annoying. I would have slapped her off my horse at this point.
She sounds like she's very sexist.
Psh, psh. That's me slapping her off the saddle, and that's her falling on the ground. Psh. All right. So, what will Clifford O'Toole think of me?
His name's Clifford?
This is what she goes on to say. You've been wearing a pair of gloves with a large bullet hole through them. He'll probably notice that before anything else. Besides, if he loves you, your appearance won't matter to him. She took a bite of...
They've not met?
She took a bite of her apple before she made up her mind to set him
apple
straight.
has a lot of toxins.
See, I told you, Sunny in Philadelphia. He doesn't love me. How could he? We've never met. This is reminding me of the Disney movie Frozen. You can't marry a man you just met.
You just met.
And it's right. Like, what are you doing? You've never even met him at all. Anyway.
Most of the world used to. I mean, if you take human civilization, the marriages that have happened, I think more of them were probably arranged than were not.
Well, true.
Probably. I think that's probably, if we were to really like base it down, that's probably the standard.
See, I'm just choosing to be with you. Doesn't that feel special?
Yeah. Special. Yeah.
I love you.
Chooses you.
Audrey keeps getting handsy over here, though.
with the snacks. I wish I had some more snacks, but I have
snacks,
to be the
yeah.
reader. I have to read things. I can't chew.
Oh, speaking of that, let's do this.
Oh my God. Okay.
We still have another hour, dude.
Well, we got to film the intro.
Did you even read 6 chapters of this book?
No.
Well,
6 chapters.
Yeah. If
This
we're going,
book
look at that. See that clock?
This is not.
We have another hour, which
Okay.
means you have 3 more chapters.
Well, then we're gonna read the 4th chapter together.
Oh, you haven't prepped for this.
No, like I.
Audrey, this is gonna be a first time. Usually she preps for this, so this is gonna be the first time that she did it.
I think we'll handle it
We
just
still have
fine.
time. There's several pages, and you're making me take another
Wait,
shot, dude.
yep, ready?
Oh my God, no.
1,
No.
2, 3.
Jesus. To Jesus.
To Jesus.
To pink roses.
Pink roses.
I like pink roses.
Yeah, I think they're pretty. How often do you even see them? Oh, we have some. We killed them.
The
Oh my God.
elusive pink rose.
All right. Let those sounds be our entry.
We may have to take a smoke break before the
no.
next hour.
Can we please?
Hold on, wait. I want to finish.
We'll finish this chapter. We still have time.
I worked
Let's
so
go.
Listen, we
hard.
need a
Look at all
smoke
my
and a potty
highlights.
break.
Do you need to go potty?
All the time. I'm an old woman. I see a bathroom. I gotta
That's
see.
okay. I gotta check it out. Theirs is really
Oh,
small.
look at the bathrooms.
I
If
should do
their
a blog
bathroom
on-
was a penis, it's a small one. Isn't it? What they can know it's small. Y'all have a small
You
bathroom.
got a small bathroom,
Y'all got a small bathroom.
but it
It's
smells
weird.
good. Thank you.
Oh. The ladies love it. All right.
5-star would recommend.
I've pooped here before.
Did you say 5-star wood?
Yes. 5-star wood. Big ratings. Big ratings. All right. So you're going to marry a man that you've never met? Isn't that kind of odd? Not really. You've heard of mail order brides, haven't you?
Hell yeah.
You're one
That's
of
not in the
those?
book, is it?
I swear to God.
They had that back then in the postal service.
Well, that was very,
just tie her up and throw her on the train.
I don't know what word to say. I was going to say European, but I was going to say Oriental, and that's rude.
Why is it rude? European.
Because
That's
Oriental-
the same thing.
no.
It's just for white people.
Oriental is a rug.
No, Oriental's. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna let you think it's a rug.
This is murky waters.
We're
Yeah.
stepping out. We're stepping out. Stepping out. All right.
Bustles
Hey,
and
this
Bangers,
book
the most
started
racist
off-
podcast we've ever heard.
This book started it off. The book started it off with like the runaway slave and con man and crap. Like they were making us look in the bad ways. All right.
Yes.
So sort of she hedged. She was, of course, but pride kept her from admitting it. Mr. O'Toole and I have corresponded, and I believe I've come to know him quite well.
They've
He's
sexted. He
he's-
sent her a drawing of a dick pic.
Sexting. He's an eloquent writer. He's a poet, too. He writes poems to you? He asked with a grin. Her chin came up a notch. Why is that amusing? He sounds like a pansy.
Sounds like a bitch.
Sounds like a bitch. I assure you he isn't. His poems are beautiful.
Oh
Will
my
you quit
God.
grinning at me? They are beautiful. And it's apparent to me that he's a very intelligent man. You may read his letters. If you don't believe me, I have all three of them tucked
He's
inside
never
one of
changed
my
a wagon wheel.
satchels. Exactly.
Yeah, painted
Pretty
fingernails.
hands.
Too,
Oh my gosh.
For real.
All right. He's like, I don't want to read his freaking letters, you weirdo. Let's just say that it was the last disappointment I was ever going to suffer, losing the other husband. So she's basically just committed herself to a marriage. There's no way it could fail because it's set up, blah, blah, blah. All right. So Travis's cavalier attitude irritated her. I know exactly what I'm doing, and pride doesn't have anything to do with my decision. Working hard hasn't gotten me anywhere. Shall I give you an example?
Yep.
Yes.
I want to hear it.
She didn't wait
Bring
for
it,
his
bitch.
answer,
Bluff.
but
Let's hear it.
plunged ahead. Randolph was studying to
Floozy.
become a banker. He was just beginning his last year at the university when we became officially engaged. His studies were difficult for him, and because of his grades, he was worried he'd be asked to leave. I told him that if he wouldn't accept every social invitation that came to him, he would have time for his studies. But he wouldn't listen to me.
No, they never do.
It's like raising a child,
I
right?
know it.
He asked me to help him with his research, and because I was such a ninny and wanted to please him, I ended up writing several lengthy papers for him. He was supposed to use the papers as his study guide, but I later found out he put his name on the top of the first page and handed
he
them
did.
to his professors. It was a dishonest thing to do, of course, and do you know what his punishment was?
Nothing.
He took honors for his last year's work and was hired by one of the most prestigious banks in Boston. He started out making an impressive salary, and that was when my sister became interested in him. Ironic, isn't it? If I hadn't helped him, he wouldn't have gotten such a fine position, and my sister would have left him alone.
I think that
She's
maybe.
better off. She's better off.
I'm so disappointed.
No,
I'm so disappointed.
I don't know. I think that maybe she's taking credit for where maybe credit isn't due.
Oh my God. All right. So what was his name? Oh my God. I'd have to go so far back to figure out what that guy's name was. What was her ex-husband's name? Soon to be husband, ex-fiance.
Didn't she just say it?
No, and I didn't even write it down. He's so uninteresting. So Randolph.
Randolph,
yes.
see?
Randolph. All right. Randolph. So she says, I've learned from my mistakes, though, which is why Mr. O'Toole and I are going to do well together. Randolph broke all the promises he made to me, and I won't let Mr. O'Toole ever
Mr.
break his
O'Toole
word.
works in a garbage factory and eats garbage and sleeps with garbage, and
the
I don't have to
trash
worry.
man.
I don't have to worry about my sister coming and trying to fuck him all the time.
We're going to live out in a cabin in the woods. Nobody's going to know where we are.
His sister's still gonna fuck him. Her sister's still gonna fuck
She's
him.
just going to move on to the next one.
Yeah.
He promised he would move west after 1 year of marriage. Father was horrified. He thought Randolph's handsome salary at the bank was far more important than my suffocation problems. So, see, I'm starting to feel her at this point. She's been kind of a prude, it seemed like, a little bit crazy, but now I'm like, okay, I understand you. You don't want to be stuck in one place, the same old, same old. You don't want to be married to a guy with a bank job. Sounds like me. I don't want that.
No. No, she sounds codependent.
Also, if you're married
Maybe.
to a banker, yeah, you can go fuck yourself, dude.
I might be
You're
codependent.
bankers
Though.
too.
Because she's doing these things, these services to try and receive love in return.
She just wants to get settled down, so she'll settle for whatever.
In
So-
steps in Mr. O'Toole.
Yes. Okay.
He is
The
a
tool.
solid 5 out of 10.
I'm surprised
He
you got
goes
a
bowling
5.
on the weekends. Will never cheat on her because nobody is interested.
Oh, no.
He will be home every day at fucking 5 o'clock and will
That's
make your
nice,
meals.
though.
And yeah, it's great. You never have to worry about it. But every day she just
But
looks
he
at him.
never brushes his teeth.
Oh,
Every
no.
day
Yeah,
she
y'all
just
are teeth
looks at
people.
him like, this fucking guy is so uninteresting. He just comes home.
And he just reads the paper
Boring.
after a day of reading the paper.
They'll be divorced. They'll be divorced in 4 years.
Well, that's maybe. She might just stay with him for the money.
What?
Listen, so you want to learn a little
Her
bit.
sister will take him.
You want to learn a little bit about Emily?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So he did. Travis said, "What about you?" Because he told her all about his brothers, his sister, her husband, his mama Rose. He blabbed. He decided to talk.
Yeah, Travis is a talker.
Okay, so she says, "I have 7 sisters.
Ooh.
It's my hope that one day some of them will come and visit Mr. O'Toole and me."
But the last one that visited her got fucked him and they're still together.
He has a grand house with a curved staircase. He told me so in one of his letters. So, he
Wait, say that again. He has a curved what?
Staircase.
staircase.
Just so you know, and you're not surprised when you see it. My staircase is curved.
Get her with that 1, 2.
I know, like what? So in the last book we read, The Two-Timing Man by Roberta Lee. It's Lee, I think. Roberta Lee. They had a fetish for like the way the office was put together and the wood tables. So when this happened, I definitely thought about that last book that we read, actually. So, so she goes on and keep talking about her sisters and blah, blah, blah. They're stopped. They're taking care of the horses. He thought about kissing her then and there, and it took a good deal of discipline to keep his hands off her. "I'm ready to go now, Travis." He was suddenly all business. "It's about time. We've wasted almost 2 full hours here." It wasn't wasted time. It was enjoyable. He shrugged. "Do you want me to help you get up on your horse and get tossed over the top again? I think not." She hopped about for a minute or two while she tried to anchor her foot in the stirrup. And just when he was going to demand that
A minute or two? Do you know how long that is to watch somebody struggle?
to get on a horse.
You can drown in 2 minutes. Are you shitting me? You just sit there and watch this girl try to get on a horse for 2 minutes. Like, I don't know. You got it. Keep going. And then it was turn around and be like, I was enthralled with her. I was going to kiss her right here and there. Be like, nah, bitch, get on the horse yourself then.
So she made it up into the saddle on her own. She gave him a victorious smile, and it didn't last long. "A helpless woman would have requested assistance," he said. He was smiling as he swung up into his saddle. He must be crazy, too, he decided, because he was beginning to really like Miss Emily Finnegan.
I am too. She's my Elise Jordan.
So that is chapter 1 through 3 of a series in the Clayborne Brides, and this one is called One Pink Rose. That is 1 through 3. So that's where we're at.
Completed
So,
episode 1.
yeah. Yeah. You can also find me and Christopher Danger under Bustles and Bangers on Instagram or TikTok. And if you want to kind of just follow us and the other things that we are doing or going to be doing, you can find us on Insta and TikTok at Gypsy Danger 317, and soon to come an OnlyFans under Gypsy Danger 0317. Bam.